Have you ever felt like everything in your life was falling apart, but deep down, a quiet voice whispered, "This isn't the end." It's strange how life works. Sometimes, just before everything gets better, it gets unbelievably hard. Not just tough, but confusing, isolating, almost unbearable. And that's what nobody tells you. Your breaking point might actually be your turning point. And here's the paradox. Your world might be shaking. Your circle might be shrinking. And yet, something deep inside you feels strangely calm. Almost like your soul knows something your mind hasn't caught up to yet. What if I told you that your struggles, your setbacks, and even the people who've walked away lately are not signs that you're falling behind, but clear signals that something big is about to change? What if the pain isn't the ending, but the beginning? Because here's the truth. Before life shifts, it whispers. It sends signals, subtle, often uncomfortable, but powerful. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 7 surprising signs that your life is about to take a powerful turn for the better. If even one of these resonates with you, trust me, this isn't a coincidence. It's your moment. Let's get into it. 1. You feel lost and confused. Let's be honest. There are moments in life when everything feels like a blur. You wake up, and suddenly the path that once felt so clear is now covered in fog. The things that used to give you comfort no longer feel the same. Your job, your relationships, even your dreams, they start to feel like pieces from someone else's puzzle. You ask yourself, what am I even doing? Am I still on the right path? And it's terrifying. It's like standing at a crossroads with no signs, no map, and no idea where you're supposed to go next. Just this lingering uncertainty pressing on your chest. But here's something most people don't realize. Feeling lost doesn't mean you failed. It means you're in transition. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. Think about it. When do people feel the most lost? It's not when they're stuck in a predictable routine, running on autopilot. No, it's when something deep inside starts shifting. It's when the old life, the one that used to fit, suddenly feels too small. You've outgrown it, but the new one hasn't quite taken shape yet. That space in between? That's the cocoon. Imagine a butterfly inside its chrysalis. It's dark, it's tight, it doesn't know what's happening. All it feels is pressure, confusion, and a desperate need to break free. But here's the twist. That struggle is what makes its wings strong enough to fly. Without the resistance, without the pain, the butterfly would never rise. And the same is true for you. The confusion you're feeling right now, the sense that nothing makes sense, that's not chaos. That's construction. That's the universe tearing down old walls so it can build something new, something that fits who you're becoming. So if you're in that messy middle, breathe. Don't run from the discomfort. Don't numb it. Sit with it. Feel it. Let it stretch you, challenge you, and prepare you. Because this isn't the end of the road. It's the start of something far greater than what you're leaving behind. And remember, the people who've never felt lost are often the ones who've never truly grown. Now, what happens when the people around you start falling away? 2. Let's talk about that next. 2. You're losing people who were once close to you. It hurts, doesn't it? One day, you're laughing with someone like nothing could ever come between you. And then, almost without warning, the texts slow down. The conversations feel forced, and the connection that once felt unbreakable now seems distant, awkward, or even gone. You start wondering, what happened? Did I change? Did they? And here's the truth. You did change. Not in a bad way, but in a necessary way. You're growing, and growth, real growth, has a cost. Sometimes, it costs you people you never thought you'd lose. What most of us forget is that not everyone is meant to stay for the entire journey. Some people are there for a season, some for a lesson, and others, just long enough to get you to the next stage of your life. And that's okay. Think of a rocket launching into space. In the beginning, it needs massive boosters to push it beyond the atmosphere. But once it reaches a certain altitude, those boosters fall away, not because they failed, not because they weren't important, but because their job is done. If the rocket tried to hold on to them, it would never reach its full potential. That's how it works with people. 2. When you're about to level up, the universe starts to strip away what no longer aligns with where you're going, including people. And as painful as that is, clinging to relationships that have run their course only slows you down. It creates noise, confusion, and blocks the space needed for new, aligned connections to enter. Yet most of us did. We chase after what's fading. We try to revive friendships that feel heavy, hold on to bonds out of nostalgia, or keep people close out of guilt. But in doing so, we deny ourselves the space to receive the people who are meant for who we're becoming, not who we used to be. So if you're in a season where people are falling away, don't panic. Don't force it. Let go with grace. Mourn if you need to. But don't forget, losing people isn't always a loss. Sometimes, it's divine alignment. And once you create space, you'll be amazed who walks in. Now here's something else that might start happening when your life's about to shift. Opportunities begin to show up when you least expect them. Let's get into that next. 3. Unexpected opportunities begin to show up. At first, they don't look like much. Maybe it's a random message in your inbox, a job opening you weren't looking for, a conversation that sparks something in you, or just a strange feeling that nudges you toward trying something new, something completely outside your comfort zone. And your first instinct? You brush it off. That's not for me. The timing's not right. It's probably nothing. But what if it's not nothing? What if that tiny opportunity, that small door cracked open in front of you, is actually the beginning of everything? Here's the thing. When your life is about to shift, the universe rarely sends you flashing signs or grand invitations. It works quietly, subtly. It whispers through unexpected chances, unusual meetings, and ideas that come out of nowhere but refuse to leave your mind. And the problem? Most people miss them. Why? Because they're waiting for something bigger. A perfect situation, a guaranteed outcome, a golden ticket wrapped with a bow. But real change doesn't usually look the way you imagined. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world started their journeys with something completely unplanned, a chance encounter, a passing comment, or an idea that seemed too small to matter until it changed everything. That's the beauty of it. Big doors swing on small hinges. The key is to move, to act, even when you're unsure, especially when you're unsure, because when you say yes to something small, you create momentum, you open the flow, you show the universe you're ready, and that's when things really begin to accelerate. So the next time a door opens, even just a crack, peek inside. Take the meeting, answer the message, follow the idea, explore the what if. Because that might not be a detour. It might be the path. And the more you lean into these unexpected turns, the more you'll realize they weren't random at all. They were perfectly placed signs pointing you toward your next chapter. Now, speaking of chapters, what happens when you suddenly feel like everything in your life needs to change? Let's talk about that next. 4. You feel the need to change something. It starts as a whisper. Maybe you wake up one morning and everything feels off. Not wrong, exactly, just off. The job you once loved now drains your energy. The routines that used to bring comfort start to feel repetitive. Even the people around you, the ones who used to make you feel alive, now leave you feeling flat. You can't quite explain it. You just know, deep in your gut, something's got to change. This isn't restlessness. It's not boredom. It's your inner voice, your intuition, speaking up, loud and clear. Most people ignore that voice. They tell themselves, I should be grateful. Things aren't that bad. Now's not the time. But that voice doesn't go away. It gets louder, more urgent. And here's why. You've outgrown your current reality. It's just like wearing an old pair of shoes that used to fit perfectly. They supported you, carried you, and felt just right until one day they didn't. Every step starts to hurt. You try to force it, to make it work, but eventually, the discomfort becomes impossible to ignore. That's exactly what's happening inside you. When you resist change, when you try to force yourself to stay in a space you've already outgrown, life begins to feel heavy. Your days get tighter, the excitement fades, the pressure builds, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're meant for something more. That pressure? It's not there to punish you. It's there to push you, to remind you that growth requires movement, and that staying still, when everything inside you is asking you to evolve, will only lead to frustration. So if you've been feeling that tug, listen to it. Don't silence it. Don't bury it under fear or obligation. Because that pull you're feeling isn't random. It's your future self calling you forward. It's the universe saying, you're ready now. And when you take that first step, even if it's small, you'll start to breathe again. You'll feel lighter, more alive, more aligned, because you're finally moving toward where you were always meant to go. And speaking of movement, have you noticed that as this shift happens, Your desire to improve yourself starts to grow stronger than ever? Let's dig into that next. 5. You're more focused on self-improvement. Something shifts. You start craving books you never used to care about. Suddenly, you're watching motivational videos, listening to podcasts about growth, writing in journals, or waking up early just to get your mind right. You're eating better, thinking deeper, questioning your old habits, and building new ones. It almost feels like it came out of nowhere. But it didn't. This isn't some random phase or fleeting moment of inspiration. This is your mind and your soul getting ready for the next level of your life. Think about it. No one trains for a marathon unless they plan on running one. And you wouldn't feel this strong urge to level up unless something big was on its way. This kind of hunger doesn't show up unless there's something on the horizon that requires it. You don't start sharpening your tools unless you're about to build something greater. That sudden drive to be better? That's not coincidence. It's preparation. It's your subconscious clearing the path. It's your future nudging you forward, saying, we need to be stronger for what's coming. Whether it's a new opportunity, a challenge, or a whole new chapter, you're being called to rise to meet it. And here's the part that most people overlook. Self-improvement isn't always glamorous. It's not about being perfect. It's about being ready. Ready for more responsibility. Ready for deeper relationships. Ready for impact, for alignment, for change. When you feel that sudden need to upgrade your habits, your mindset, your circle, don't ignore it. That's life's way of preparing you for something that can't be handled by the old version of you. It's like your system knows, we can't keep playing small. And that's a powerful place to be. So if lately you've found yourself diving into growth, lean in. Keep going. You're not overthinking. You're not doing too much. You're waking up, and you're becoming the person your next chapter needs you to be. But what if, just as you're making progress, everything suddenly starts to fall apart? Let's talk about that next. 6. Setbacks are piling up. You're doing your best, truly. But no matter how hard you try, it feels like life just keeps hitting harder. One problem gets solved, and two more take its place. You fix your finances, then your health takes a hit. You patch up one relationship, and another starts to crumble. It's like you're stuck in an endless game of whack-a-mole, and you're losing. You start to wonder, why is everything going wrong all at once? But here's the truth that most people don't realize in the moment. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. Because just before life hands you something powerful, something life-changing, it tests you. It shakes your foundation. It pulls you back, tight and tense, like a bowstring ready to launch. And the farther that string is pulled back, the farther the arrow will fly. These setbacks, they're not random. They're refining you. They're building the version of you that can handle what's coming next. Think about any powerful figure you admire. Any leader, entrepreneur, artist, or survivor. They all have one thing in common. Before their breakthrough, they were brought to their knees. They faced the storm. They questioned everything. And somewhere in that darkness, they decided to keep going. That's the difference. Not talent, not luck, but resilience. And right now, life is giving you the chance to build it. Because when everything feels like it's falling apart, it might actually be falling into place. Piece by painful piece, you are being shaped into someone stronger, wiser, and more grounded than ever before. It may not feel like it now, but one day, you'll look back and realize, this was the fire that forged you. So if you're in the middle of that storm, don't give up. Don't assume this is the end. Hold on just a little longer. Because the pressure you're feeling today, that's the momentum that's about to launch you into something extraordinary. And when the dust finally settles, and the chaos fades, what if, despite everything, you feel a strange sense of peace? Let's talk about that next. 7. You feel a deep sense of peace, despite the chaos. Everything around you might be crumbling. Your finances are tight. Your relationships are strained. Opportunities seem scarce. And challenges? They keep piling up. But here's the strange part. You're not panicking. You're not spiraling. In fact, there's a calm inside you that doesn't make any logical sense. It's like standing in the middle of a storm, wind howling, trees shaking, and yet right where you're standing, there's stillness. Not denial, not numbness, but peace. You can't explain it, and maybe others don't understand it, but you just know, something is shifting. That kind of peace, it doesn't come from the outside. It doesn't wait for circumstances to get better. It comes from within, from a deep knowing that what you're going through isn't the end. It's realignment. It's your soul recognizing the truth before your mind fully catches up. You're exactly where you need to be. Just like the eye of a hurricane, where the world is quiet while the winds rage in every direction. This peace is the center of change. It's not the absence of pressure, it's clarity in the middle of pressure. And that clarity, that settled feeling, that's one of the clearest signs that your breakthrough is near. Because people who carry peace during chaos aren't lucky. They're aligned, they've done the work, they've faced the fire, shed the old layers, and are now standing right at the threshold of transformation. So if you're feeling that deep, unshakable stillness right now, even while life feels messy, don't second guess it. Don't question your calm. It means you're ready. It means the storm wasn't here to destroy you. It was here to clear the path. And now that you've made it through, your next chapter is waiting. If you've recognized even one of these signs in your life lately, pause and take that in. It's not coincidence. It's confirmation. Your breakthrough isn't coming. It's already underway. And your best days? They're not behind you. They're just around the corner. If this video spoke to you, if even just one of these signs hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment below and let me know which one you're going through right now. I'd love to hear your story and support you through it. And hey, if you found value here, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps more than you know. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss a message that could shift your perspective, strengthen your mindset, or remind you just how powerful you really are. We're on this journey together, and your breakthrough? It's closer than you think. Until next time, stay grounded, stay focused, and never stop becoming who you were meant to be.